Hello friends, Christian here with Brick Life Crisis. Today we're taking a look at a LEGO City set number 60219, the construction loader. I recently had a question from a viewer who asked for recommendations for sets that were about $10. This one retails for $10 here in the US, so I figured I would give it a review, and that way you can check it out and see what you think. So here it is, set number 60219, the construction loader. This set consists of 88 pieces, including one minifigure. We have the loader itself, our driver, and a little bit of terrain, along with an accessory jackhammer. Let's go ahead and take a look at each of these components. Alright, here we have our construction worker. He's got a nice print on his torso with a reflective vest and a utility tool belt. We turn around the back, you can see the continuation of that print, and it looks like he's got a pocket with some plier handles sticking out. He's wearing some gray gloves and light blue jeans. His face print is pretty good with a little bit of stubble and a determined expression on his face. The combination helmet headphone piece is very nice. It's one mold with two colors, which is very cool. The only thing I would have liked a little bit better with this one is if perhaps there was a little bit of hair attached to the back as well, but maybe that's asking a bit much. Overall, not a bad figure. This is the loader. It's a little bit small, but it's not a bad build. We've got the articulation in the shovel up here at the front. It has pretty good capacity. We've seen that before, and it can lift quite a few bricks. It has some good articulation as well. It can raise up high, and the shovel pivots. It has enough clearance so it can scoop things up along the way, and we have room for just one figure inside. There are a couple of things here that I suppose you could imagine are joysticks or something that might work, and maybe there's buttons on those. The seat is fairly basic, but it's effective, I suppose. On the back we have a couple of stickers. We have these ones over here with the red and white striping, and then this guy down here that just says construction. Not really necessary, but I guess the stripes are kind of nice, but the larger sticker back here is not really necessary in my opinion. It's fine, but it was just one more sticker to put on that really didn't need to be. The other piece of the build is this little terrain piece. As you can see, we have a little bit of a fence and some masonry brick, or not masonry brick, but some sort of brick over here, look like cinder blocks. And then there's just a little bit, if we move the fence piece, a little bit of detail there with some sand green, which is kind of nice, the olive green there, and then that jumper plate to allow that fence piece to be kind of centered. You can imagine that this thing just kind of plows down the fence and then picks up these blocks, whoops, loads them up, takes them to a dumpster or something like that. Alternately, since this set does include the jackhammer, you can imagine that he used the jackhammer to knock this out. Just trying to knock everything down, and then they can come along afterwards with the loader and scoop it all up. So again, this set retails for about $10, includes the loader, the driver, a little bit of terrain, and an accessory jackhammer. Not a bad set overall. I like the build of this. It's a little simple, but kind of cool. Forgot to mention there's some headlights up front there, and then we saw before with brake lights and such on the back. Nice little build, and the articulation on this thing is quite good. Much better than some of the other ones we've seen of late. And then this guy just gives you enough to play with, so there's something to do with this thing. And then the figure is pretty good, so not a bad deal for 10 bucks. Anyway, we hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please leave us a like. If you have any questions or comments, feel free to leave those below. And until next time, thanks for watching. Bye for now. You can imagine this thing just kind of plows down the fence. And then you can imagine that this thing just kind of plows down the fence. Well, not very well.